Good morning and welcome to another video. Today we're at Scarborough, you can just see behind me. It's a seaside resort just on the North Yorkshire coast, and it's an extremely busy seaside resort through the summer months. Very popular for tourists, holiday makers and day tourists. And today I thought I'd just come and have a look and see what's open in Scarborough. Today being a January midweek day, so definitely not a summer day and definitely not a busy day. I wouldn't have thought it'd be a busy day, but I've come today to have a little look just on South Bay. You can see behind me, that is South Bay. You can see the castle just there, and the other side of the castle, that is North Bay. We're just going to do South Bay today because that's the touristy place. That's where all the amusements are, the fish and chip shops and things like that. So I'm going to basically walk from the Grand Hotel, which you can just see there. I'm going to walk along that curve on the front, see what's open and what's not, and we're going to stop at the castle. I will start the video by showing you where I park for free, because I like to do that. Whenever we turn up anywhere, we always try and find somewhere to park for free, even if it is a little bit of a walk. So I'll show you that, and then we'll head down to South Bay and see what's open and what's not here in Scarborough. It's a fairly cold January midweek day, so let's go and check it out. So this is where you can park for free, all down this road and all the side streets going off. If you're putting your sat-nav Belvedere Road, that does bring you to the road right next to the building used in the ITV show The Royal. That's just the corner building there. You can come down that road. There's plenty of on-street parking for free all the way down until you get to that point there where it says disc zone. Anything that side of that sign does require a disc to be displayed in your car, and that does limit you to a 3-hour stay. Anything this side of that disc zone, you can stay as long as you like. So I'm going to head down now. As I say, when you do turn up, if you come for the day, you can park along the front. There is parking along the front there. There is car parks down there as well. But we always like to park up here because, especially through the summer, this is such an amazing little walk. And you take in the spa, you go past the spa, there's Italian gardens. And you get as long as you like. You haven't got to worry about getting back to your car. And you take in this view, which is awesome. So as I say, we're going to start at the Grand Hotel, which was once Europe's largest hotel there when it was built, and we're just going to walk all the way along that curve there, and we're going to stop at the just at the castle point there, and we'll see what's open and what's not. When I was driving here this morning, I was thinking of all the different things that I could show you, all the different things I could tell you and point out, but then I was thinking, that's not the point of today's video. Today's video is just to see what's open and what's not through the winter months, obviously off-peak season. But I was thinking there's so many things I can tell you and so many places I can go and show you a little bit of, but I think that just gave me an idea for a future video. So I think in a month or two, I'm probably going to come back to Scarborough and spend like the full day here and show you everything. It'll be like an ultimate guide to Scarborough, and we'll take in things such as the North Bay, which has got things like the Sea Life Centre, P-Zone Park, which is an oriental themed park, the open air theatre, and then there's Oliver's Mount, which gives you amazing views of Scarborough, and so many other things. We'll show you some fish and chip shops, we'll show you inside the arcades, but that's for another day. That's a video for another day. This one is just going to go head down there, and we'll start from the Grand Hotel and walk down the front to the castle. Okay, from the Grand Hotel, which is just here, and there is two ways down. You can go down this McBean steps, they're called. These are the McBean steps, but that's quite a lot of steps to get down to the actual seafront, or there is another way just round here which I'll show you, which is also wheelchair and pushchair accessible. There is a route you can take with no steps, and then a route that has some steps on this one. The tram is actually closed today, so you've got no way of getting down there on the tram at this end anyway, and that's closed as well, the cafe. It's about lunchtime. It is a midweek January day, as I say, fairly cold but sunny and bright. So if you just walk by the side of the tram, that's where you'd usually go down the tram to get to the front. and that is chargeable. There's a small charge for that, but we usually just take this little walk down the ramp. When we've got the buggy, we'll take the ramp. As I'm on foot today, I'll take the steps as it is slightly quicker. But that's where we're going to walk today, just from this arcade here, which is just below the Grand Hotel, and we're just going to walk all the way along the front and see what's open and what's not. See what's going on in Scarborough. As I say, I did touch upon it, but on the drive here this morning I was thinking of all the different things I could show you: the P-Zone Park, Sea Life Centre, the Oliver's Mount, which gives you awesome views of Scarborough from an elevated point. It's the highest point of Scarborough. And then the arcades and the chip shops and everything, and I thought, actually, that's probably going to be a video for another day. So what I do intend to do in probably a couple of months' time, when the season's up and running a little bit more than this, when it's a bit warmer weather and it's a bit busier and everything's open and ready to go, at the beginning of the season I will come down and do a full day in Scarborough, and I'll show everything there is to do. I'll try and give as much information as I can, prices, opening times. It'll be like a full detailed guide to Scarborough, and I'm planning to do that in the next sort of couple of months, maybe March, just as the season opens. Summer season, it'll be the spring season, but that's when everything starts kicking off at these seaside resorts. So this arcade here with the big bowling pins outside, that is the largest arcade in Scarborough. And that one is called the Olympia Leisure. And obviously that's open, up and running. And then we're just going to head down there now and see. I might pop in an arcade or two and just see the business levels inside the arcades. But we'll see how we're doing for time. I don't want to try and do loads of cuts and editing and stuff. I just wanted it to be a raw sort of walk along the seafront, so you can capture everything that I've captured on my walk. As you can see, it's not extremely busy. There usually is a big wheel there. I think when I come in March time to do the full video for Scarborough, the big wheel will probably be up by that point. They do take it down through the winter again. I don't know if they take that down to take it somewhere else to operate, or whether they'll just take it down for security reasons when it's not being used. But there is also a pirate themed crazy golf course right next to it as well. As you can see, there's a few people on the beach. It might help that it's quite a sunny day, blue sky, but it is quite chilly. There is a wind. It's about 5 degrees, but it's fairly windy as well. I'm just going to head down to that castle. That castle is around 100 years old. There is a really good viewpoint from there as well. You haven't got to go into the castle. You can just sort of go up the grounds a little bit, up the side of this sort of cliff, and there's a walkway that goes along the top of the castle there, and you get some awesome views of Scarborough from up there as well. So if by the time we get down there we've got time, I will take you up there and we'll have a little look. So we'll cross over just so we can get a better look of what's open and what's not, because this is the beach side, and obviously that's where all the storefronts are and the arcades and stuff on the opposite side. I'll show you where Scarborough's best rated fish and chip shop is as well. There's loads of really nice fish and chip shops in Scarborough, but the best one, according to TripAdvisor, is the Lifeboat, which is just off this sort of seafront road. I'll show you where it is. I think we are going to do that as part of our full Scarborough guide video in a couple of months' time. So as you can see, some of the shops aren't open. Some of the novelty shops and souvenir shops and stuff are not open. But it looks like pretty much most of the arcades are. There's maybe one or two that's not open down there, but they're doing a little bit of work, a little bit of maintenance work on the front. The Bayview Coffee House is open. There is parking, limited parking along the front just further down there. I'll show you when we get a little bit further down if you do want to park on the front. There's a single yellow line here, so there's blue badge parking, ample blue badge parking this side of the seafront, which is cool. And I think up until Good Friday, I don't think there's any restrictions on roadside parking a little bit further down. I think it's usually like Good Friday to October. You can pay for parking, or you get a limited time. I think it's a limited time. You might get 60 minutes or something like that. We'll have a little look at the sign when we get a bit further down. But there's a few things closed there, look. John Bull's open. There's the Papa's, one of the few Papa's fish and chips that is still open. That's the only arcade I've seen so far anyway that's closed, the casino one there. All the little ice cream shops, most of them seem to be open. Let's have a look. So it says on the parking, it says 4th of April to the 30th of September, no parking. After that you're able to park on the single yellow line. As I say, blue badge parking is just opposite Olympia Leisure down there. Fish Pan, that's got quite good reviews, and it is a nice fish and chip shop, that. There's a few more closed stores here, look. It's sort of hit and miss. It's no way near as closed as Bridlington, but it's not fully open, understandably, with it being January and a midweek day, but it's a lot more sort of busy and buzzing and thriving than Bridlington was on our little visit last week. We'll head down and we're going to head up to the castle. Through the summer months it does get extremely busy. There is a car park, a public car park just down that road there, and there's another one just on the left over there. But through the summer months you've pretty much got no chance of parking your car there unless you get here really early or possibly really late. Everyone's already gone. There's a really nice sort of harbour. As I say, this is South Bay. There's two bays in Scarborough. This is South Bay, and then you get to the castle, and the opposite side of the castle then becomes North Bay. That's the Lifeboat Fish and Chips there. That's the one that's been voted Scarborough's best fish and chip shop. So if you want to head there, you just head down Eastborough, which is down that road there, and it's just on the right hand side. But we'll, as I say, we'll show you that a little bit more in more detail when we do our full Scarborough detailed guide. This is literally just a little walk along the front to see what's going on. I might pop over and have a little look in the harbour. That's where the Andalusia was in the summer when we visited, and we went on board a really awesome sort of replica ship. That's on the channel if you want to see that. But that was a really awesome sort of, it was unexpected. We just walked past Scarborough, we didn't know it was here, and we saw it and we was like, what is that? We did a little bit of research, asked the people, found out that it was here just for a short period of time. It was doing a world tour, and you was able to go on board for a fee. I think it was about £20 for all of us to go on board and have a little look on all the different decks, see inside, and that was docked just here. But that's the marina. I'll cross back over so we can walk past all the establishments just to get a better look if they're open or not, as I say. Looks like Winking Willie's is getting a bit of a refurb inside. So it looks like, it says it's open. Takeaway and cafe open as normal, so you must be upstairs for the cafe, but the takeaway bit's open, and that's being refurbed. There's an Ask Italian across the road there. I'm assuming that'll be open because that was a change, so that'll be open all the time. There's some really nice buildings along the Scarborough seafront. Real nice old style cobbly roads as well that lead up to sort of the castle area. There's not a lot going on at this end. There is usually a little amusement park on just before the pier down there. It's like a traditional pier. It's not a touristy pier. It's a traditional sort of marina pier. But at the beginning of it, just before you head onto it, there is usually a little amusement park through the peak season, and that's called Luna Park. We'll have a look what's there, because I know they do take a lot of the rides down and move them away through the winter months. Some of them do stay, but I think we came on New Year's Day to Sea Life Centre, and it was extremely busy. New Year's Day, I wish we'd have filmed it. There's a little sea base shop there. It's like all your souvenir stuff, or your rock and little souvenir teddies and beach paraphernalia. But yeah, New Year's Day we drove down here to go to Sea Life Centre, and it was absolutely crazy busy. I've been to Scarborough through loads of summer times and loads of Easters and half terms and like heat wave weekends when we've had 35-degree heat. It's been busy, but New Year's Day this year it was extremely busy. I've never seen it that busy. I don't know why. Maybe people were just coming out for a walk, but it took us ages just to get through this bit in the car, because we came from North Bay, where the Sea Life Centre is, and drove down to come down here to see how busy it is and see if we could get a little parking spot to have a walk along the seafront here. But there was no chance. It was just a constant queue of traffic all the way down. So I don't know what was going on New Year's Day, whether it was just because it was New Year's Day and it's a seaside resort and people go for an invigorating walk to start the year or what, but it was extremely busy and was so shocked. But this is the end of Scarborough that sort of tends to only open through peak season, I think. People don't tend to venture this far down. As you saw, the further down we got, the more things were being closed up and shutters down. But yeah, go around this corner. I'll show you Luna Park there. That's all closed up. There is usually some rides that you can see there on the outside bit, and then there's dodgems and a couple of other attractions on the inside. The shutters are down for the inside bit, and obviously everything's moved, so it will be back. And again, that'll be part of the full Scarborough detailed guide that we do once the season is up and running. I'm looking forward to it. Tailor-made fun. This is the furthest arcade that they have. Everything past this, there's no more arcades. The other side there, that just leads to the castle, which we'll have a little walk up now. And then once you go further down, that's where P-Zone Park is and Sea Life Centre, and that's all North Bay, where the surfers go, because there's a lot more waves this side, so that's where the surfers tend to go. So we'll head up there just to get a little view of Scarborough from this side. And as you can see, that's Luna Park, so that's where you would usually see there's like a Miami there and a couple of other big rides, a Sizzler usually, or a Frog Hopper. But this is to the castle, so we'll head up these steps. I think there is mobility access as well via a ramp, but it does take a lot longer. So I'm just going to take the steps, and if I've got my breath when I get to the top, we'll see what the view's like and see what we think of Scarborough in January. It's a nice walk. I think it helps that it's a nice sunny day, blue sky, I am in my coat, but I am quite warm just because of the walking. But as I say, it's a fairly chilly day to be expected in January. I'm not going to talk much now because I'm just going to lose my breath. I'm just getting over a bout of what I suspect being long COVID. I got it in about mid-October, and ever since then I do struggle to breathe a little bit. I'm coughing a lot, so things like this do take it out of me. So we'll head up this way. This is the way you go just to get to the like the awesome viewpoint of Scarborough, right next to the castle. But as you see, that took about 18 minutes to do the walk from the Grand Hotel to the castle, and we'll head back through the town centre. I think we're going to head up to the town centre and have a look at what's going on there. Okay, so this is one of the viewpoints. That's nice. That's a nice view. Right, and we'll just head up a little bit further because there is another viewpoint. So a bit less restricted because there's no sort of metal fence stopping. But let me know in the comments down below if you've been to Scarborough, if you come regularly, do you like it? Why do you like it? To me, it just brings me back to my childhood. This is where we used to come when we was little. My mum used to bring us. It's got a lot of sentimental value to me, as it probably does to a lot of people. I think it's a generational thing. I think Scarborough was a place where people used to go an awful lot in the 30s, 40s, 50s. So people's grandparents, great-grandparents, people's parents was all brought here for their holidays. So it tends to be a popular sort of hand-down experience, you know, because you was brought as a kid, you bring your kids when you're older. That's what's good for me. It's got a lot of sort of sentimental value to me because my parents had their honeymoon here. This is where I came with Kerry for our very first date many years ago. And also, I don't know if you can see at the top of the hill there, that's Oliver's Mount, and that is where I got down on one knee and asked Kerry the big question, and she gave me the big answer. So it's an important place for us. So this is as far as I'm going to go. This is as far as I'm really going to But look at the views that you get of Scarborough. Really nice. I'm going to have to go back down because it's super windy and super loud, but you can head that way up the steps and carry on walking all the way along the castle front. It's a nice quiet walk, and you don't have to pay for that. You do have to pay to get access to the castle. I think it's a National Heritage Site. But look at that. You could just stand here all day and just look at that view. So we'll head back down, walk back along the front, and then I'll head up to the town centre and we'll see what's going on in the actual town centre bit. As I say, with it being January and a midweek day, there is more open than not in Scarborough today. There's a few things closed for refurbishment, a few things closed, especially at this end, the castle end, just because business levels obviously wouldn't justify opening and having to pay wages and power bills and things like that. Just the costs wouldn't be justified by the earnings, I would have thought, on a day like today. But most of the arcades are open and most of the cafes are open. It's just the little stalls that are not really. It's like the little seafood stalls and donut stalls. Again, we'll take a walk down, have a walk past and have another little look on the way to the town centre. It's a windy spot here just because of the wind tunnel that creates. If we head back down to the front now, we'll get out of this wind. So yeah, if you've been to Scarborough, or you want to go to Scarborough, let me know in the comments down below. Why do you like it? If you don't like it, tell me why you don't like it. I'm interested to know other people's thoughts on it, because obviously I've got a little bit of a biased opinion with it being a sentimental place for me, and a place we used to come as kids, and a place where some important parts of my life has happened. But that bias might give me rose-tinted glasses, I don't know. Let me know what you think of Scarborough. It is a very, very popular seaside resort, and it has been for hundreds of years, particularly since in the last sort of 100 years. Extremely popular through the summer months. And it's a cute little seaside town. I know it's one of the biggest towns on the North Yorkshire coast, but the actual touristy bit, this South Bay bit itself, is quite a small area. As you saw, it's quite compact. It took 18 minutes to walk from one end to the other. And as I said, North Bay is a completely different thing. That does have different attractions that we will cover on another video, but this was just a South Bay tour to see what's here. And I'll be interested to keep this and sort of compare it to what we find in a couple of months' time, when we do come back and do the full video, and see what's different, see what's new, see what's opened that wasn't now, and see what's closed, what is open now, because I'm sure there'll be some changes for the next couple of months. I'll be interested to see if Papa's is still open, because there does seem to be closing them everywhere, as I said in the other video, in the Bridlington video. If you want to watch that, please do find that on the channel. That was basically what we're doing here today, but through Bridlington, and it was just much quieter, as I say. So I'll head down here now, go back along the front and have another little look on the way to the town centre, where all the major retailers are. There is a little shopping centre in the town centre called, I think it's called the Brunswick shopping centre. We can maybe have a little look in that and see what's going on there. You've got a lot of sort of outdoor wear shops, and there's a Greggs, there's a couple of other bakeries, jewellers, banks, all sorts of just standard high street really. But we'll have a little look and see what's going on. Just going to cross over and have a little look at these boats in the marina. As I say, you can walk down that pier all the way to the bottom, but not today. I'm not going to do that today. I was just interested because I've done a couple of these now. I've done Skegness and I've also done Bridlington, and people do seem to like them, but I enjoy doing them. I just like coming to these places and seeing what's going on through the colder, sort of quieter months. As I say, there might be parts where I'm just quiet, I'm just taking in the surroundings, I'm just enjoying it. Hoping you can do the same. As I say, in a normal video I would edit those bits out I just wanted this to be a raw sort of video, just sort of, you know, showing you the full walk, whether I'm quiet, whether there's nothing to show you or not. I just thought I'd bring you with me. I'm not sort of doing a specific video to entertain anybody. I just thought I've come for a walk, and you guys can come with me, and if you're interested, brilliant. Pop a little like on the video if you do enjoy it. Please do consider subscribing for more like this, plus lots more other content. We've got some massive plans coming up. And as I said, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Engage with me, let's discuss Scarborough. Tell me what you think of it, and tell me why you like it if you do. What's your favourite thing to do in Scarborough? Is there any small businesses that you're a huge fan of that maybe people wouldn't have heard of, that you think people should try? Pop it all in the comments down below. As I said, I do read every comment, and I do reply to every comment I can. It's just nice to walk along a seafront and it not being heaving with people and, you know, noise, traffic. I think I do tend to sort of prefer seaside resorts when they're like this. As I say, I've seen Scarborough in all sorts of states. I've seen it in extremely busy days and really quiet days in the past. And I was expecting today to be a really quiet day. I thought maybe half the stuff here wouldn't be open. I think I was slightly wrong with that judgment. I think there is well more than half of the businesses along this seafront open. There's just a large handful that's not, but it's understandable given the time of year. As I said before with the Bridlington video, all the proprietors and the business owners and things, and even a lot of the staff that work down here, they all rely on heavy summer trade. And I know for a fact a lot of them work extremely long hours through the summer, sometimes 7 days a week, 12, 14 hours a day, during that time that they're able to do good business levels in order to be able to survive the quieter winter months. So financially they'll do as much as they can through the busier summer months, sort of April to September, and knowing full well that through October to March they're going to struggle financially, so they plan accordingly. But that does unfortunately mean they have to work long, sometimes exhausting hours through the summer, just to be able to survive through the winter, which is the nature of a seaside resort, I guess. But it is nice to see that there is still people here. There's still, I mean, like I say, it's a middle of a Monday in January, and there's still people here. There is still people shopping. There's still people in the cafes, in the restaurants, people in the arcades. So as I say, in order to get to town, to the town centre, you can go right back to where we started up there near Olympia Leisure and go back up the stairs that I showed you alongside the Grand Hotel, or you can just cross here and go up the little ramp, which we're going to head down here and do that now. We'll go past the Lifeboat Fish and Chip Shop, which has been voted on TripAdvisor anyway as Scarborough's best fish and chip shop. There's so many 5-star reviews saying it's amazing, which has prompted me to put it on the list of places to visit when we do come back in a couple of months on the full Scarborough tour. Looking forward to that. I will just quickly show you it now as we're walking down here anyway. So this is the last time we'll see the seafront. We'll head into the town centre going this way. It is a slight incline, but at least there's no steps. But this Lifeboat Fish and Chip Shop here, Lifeboat Fish Bar, has been voted the best according to TripAdvisor. That's the best in Scarborough. We'll cross over and head up this. Oh, there's some cool masks there. Oh, I like that. I like the Jason one. That's good. So let's go see what's going on in the town centre. I would have thought it'll just be quite a standard day in the town centre. I don't think there'll be anything particularly closed because of season. It's just a regular town centre for the locals. There's a traffic warden out giving tickets. I've just gone past a car that's got a ticket, unfortunately. Even during the quieter off-peak season, you've still got to abide by the parking rules. That's why I always try and find somewhere to park for free with unlimited time, as I don't want to get stung like that. However, sometimes you get up it, sometimes you do need to pay for parking, sometimes you need to look out for the limits that you do get in the area that you've parked. If it says you get an hour, make sure you're back at your car within an hour. You never know when these guys are going to be turning up, slapping a ticket on your window. Right, so it's just a little bit further up this ramp, up this hill. We'll have a little look through town. There used to be I think there used to be a KFC, a Pizza Hut, a McDonald's. I think the only one that's still standing now around there is the McDonald's. I think the Pizza Hut and the KFC have both closed. We'll have a little look as we get down there. But I think on our last visit, that was an observation I made. Well, Pizza Hut's been closed, I think, since COVID. Used to be a Pizza Hut buffet. It was really good. I love a Pizza Hut buffet. And we did come to do it once, and it was closed due to COVID. And it never reopened. And then I think the KFC closed a lot more recently than COVID, because we've been in it. I think the KFC's probably closed in the last year or so. If that's the case, we'll go check it out and have a look. See if anything's took its place. There is a Scarborough market in there, down this road here. And again, that'll be a stop on the other video that we do, but it's a really unique sort of market that feels like you're in caves, in like caverns, underground, which is really unique, and it has a different feel about it, but it is just like a little indoor market down there. I don't know if it's called the Caverns or something like that, but it's a little bit different. And again, as I say, show you that on the other video, not today, because we just don't have the time today. Today's a different purpose. Today's just a little winter walk in Scarborough. So there is a few places down here that's got all the shutters down, but I don't think, looking at them, I don't think that's a seasonal occurrence. I think that's a little bit more permanent than seasonal, as most high streets are nowadays. There's a lot of empty units, a lot of decaying buildings. As you can see, but as we get the other side of these traffic lights, that's where the little sort of busier area goes. That's where the shopping centre is, the little mini indoor shopping centre. And that's where a lot of the chain stores are. A lot of the things this side are sort of independent retailers that are probably really struggling, given the current economic climate and everything else that goes with retail difficulties. But we'll go across this busy road, main road, St Thomas Street, through the town centre of Scarborough, and head over to the indoor shopping centre. Right, so don't know if that's new or if I've just never noticed it before, but there was a German doner kebab shop there as well now. So in my eyes, that easily replaces KFC and Pizza Hut. I do love a German doner kebab. There's a Marks and Spencer's. Obviously, I think pretty much everything going forward from here is now just going to be open as usual. As you can see, the footfall has increased massively from the other side of those traffic lights where all the independent stores are. So this is the busy half of Scarborough Town Centre. More work going on. There's a nice little old-fashioned side street there with some independent retailers. I think this is the Hunter's Row. This is where the McDonald's is and where the KFC and Pizza Hut was. But I'm going to walk down, have a look in the shopping centre, come back and we'll head down there, and that takes you back to the Grand Hotel down there, where we'll end the video for this occasion. So let's take a look down here first. Have a look in the Brunswick shopping centre, see if there's any new units in there. As I say, there is a Greggs there, there's a Coupland's a little bit further down behind us, but I think for us the best bakery is this one on the corner here. They do some really nice sandwiches, some really nice pastries and donuts and desserts and stuff. Thomas the Baker. That's where I would recommend going if you're coming for a sandwich or a pastry or pasty. That's the shopping centre right next to the Poundland. No matter where you go, no matter when you go into a Poundland, it's busy. I can't ever remember in my life seeing a quiet Poundland, which is good. I think we're in a little bit of a wind tunnel here, so if you can't really hear me very well, I do apologise. So the things that's inside here: the fragrance shop, yours, coffee shop, New Look, gift company, Mac and Dan's, watch hospital, body care, Clinton's, and a phone retail shop. So this is the indoor shopping centre. Oh, I'm surprised there's quite a little bit of, well, quite a few closed units. Oh wow, so many. What's happened here? I don't know if this is seasonal or if this is, I don't know. Nothing's open. Everything's just closed. I don't know if it's been damaged through the wind and they've had to close everything to fix it, but there's literally nothing open at all. It's like it's, oh no, there's one shop open. Yours is open, everything else. Everything else is just closed in here. Wow, that shocked me. I wonder why. If you know why, pop it in the comments down below. Is it because the shopping centre's damaged? Is it closed for safety reasons, or is it just because it's not peak season? Or is it just because it's a very quiet shopping centre when the summer trade isn't available? The watch hospital's open, but everything else is closed. That surprised me. Shocked at that. Anyway, let's head back out. So that's Weird. Wonder why. Anyhow, we'll head back down here and go down where the McDonald's is and where the KFC and Pizza Hut was, and see if there's anything that's took its place. There is a fish and chip shop down there. It's a huge fish and chip shop. Loads of seating areas called Whackers. That's just there. But there's an abundance of fish and chip shops. That's why I thought I would check on TripAdvisor what the best rated one was, and then that's the one we're going to choose to go to just to try it. I think I have been to the Lifeboat fish and chip shop, but it was many years ago. I can't remember it, and I've been to many other ones here since, so sort of blends into one. But we will make a specific sort of conscious effort to review the food of that one and let you know why it is Scarborough's #1 rated fish and chip shop according to TripAdvisor. So I'll head back down there now and head toward the Grand Hotel. Anyway, I'm surprised at that shopping centre. I might have to just Google that anyway and find out why it's closed, if there's any information online as to why it's actually completely closed with the exception of a couple of stores. But I've never seen it like that. And as I say, I don't know if it's health and safety reasons or what, but if you do know, as I say, let me know in the comments down below. I'm really interested to know. Other than that, I might Google it and see if I can find out. That's where the Pizza Hut was. It's not been open for many years now. There's a McDonald's. I can smell the McDonald's. Sniff up, can you smell it? Just put your nose a little bit closer to the TV and sniff up, and you'll smell McDonald's. There's a Premier Inn here as well. That's a fairly recent addition, I think. I don't think that was here pre-COVID. I'm not sure, I might be wrong, but I don't seem to recall seeing a Premier Inn there years and years ago. Which was a good spot for a Premier Inn. There was also a travel lodge a little bit further down there, opposite the Grand Hotel. There was a travel lodge. Oh, so this was the KFC, so that's all closed down now. Right, so back down to the Grand Hotel, and I'll show you where the travel lodge is first, and then we'll close the video. Nothing has really surprised me on this little walk. I enjoyed the walk along the front. I liked seeing all the boats in the marina, and I love going up the castle. I love going up to where the them little viewpoints are at the castle, even though it took my breath away completely and I could hardly breathe. So I apologise if that showed up on the video, if you could tell, with me being out of breath, but I'm still getting over this illness, and it's been, as I say, almost 3 months now. Well, it has been over 3 months now. So we'll head down here. The thing that shocked me the most is that Brunswick shopping centre, as I keep saying, I'm a broken record, but I can't understand what's going on there. But the Seafront itself was as expected. Nice walk, most things open. Further down you get toward the castle, there's more that are closed because it gets quieter and quieter. But this end, most things are open. So there's the Grand Hotel, and the travel lodge is that big white building there. So just take a little bit of a walk down here. This Grand Hotel does get a lot of bad publicity. There's a lot of videos on YouTube saying is it the UK's worst hotel? Is it Europe's worst hotel? UK's worst rated hotel? I mean, I don't understand that. I mean, we've stayed here several times in the past, and each time we've stayed it's been really good. I can't really fault it. I mean, for the price that you pay for it, you can't expect to be getting Ritz style furniture and service and, you know, concierge and everything to be top notch, but you've got to manage your expectations with what you are charged for a room in that amazing location, and a massive hotel with a lot of grand features, and it's really sort of grand. I mean, it's called the Grand Hotel, but the only way I can describe it is grand in stature. But you've got to bear in mind what you're actually paying. What you're paying for a night there, you've got to manage your expectations for that cost, and that's what we do whenever we go to any of these Britannia hotels. We tend to really enjoy them. Like, it's such good value for money. I might end up doing a stay there and sort of do a video in contrast to what every single other video on YouTube is, slating it, saying how bad it is, because, as I say, we've stayed several times and never had a real bad experience there. In fact, we've had some really good experiences there, and we've been impressed so much as to keep returning, so it can't be that bad. So I might end up staying there this year and taking you guys with me and just seeing if I get another lucky stay, or just if everyone else that does a video there has not managed their expectations correctly or what. But I don't know why people don't seem to like it, and I don't know why the reviews seem to say it's bad, but I'm quite a fan of the Grand Hotel, to be honest. So that's it. We can say goodbye to Scarborough Seafront. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so that concludes this Scarborough Seafront tour for a fairly cold, fairly quiet January Monday. If you have enjoyed the video, please do pop a like on it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get lots more content like this and so much more. As I say, loads of planned awesome videos for this year. And comment down below if you've got any questions or queries about Scarborough or about anything else that we cover. Please do pop them in the comments down below. I do read every comment and I do reply to every comment that I can. So again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and until the next time, we will see you on the next one from Scarborough here in the North Yorkshire coast. Have a great day, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.